Hey, how's it going, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here on Motorsport Manager. We're for round number 9 at the British Grand Prix. Had a fantastic episode last time out, so if you haven't seen that episode, be sure to go check that one out. Uploaded only 2 days ago, so you might have missed it. Be sure to see that one, the German Grand Prix. Yeah, really awesome episode. Hopefully we can have another similar one, and we might do, because there is some rain forecast for this British Grand Prix. We can see it's going to be raining qualifying in the race, apparently. Race has a half kind of sunny to rain interval, so, I mean, for Germany, we had a full icon for rain, and it only rained for, like, the last third, so I might get a little bit unlucky with maybe just a tiny, like, we're talking like the last 2 laps, maybe the race, or the first 2 laps only have rain, the rest of it's dry, but we'll see. Qualifying is going to be wet, and practice will be dry, so bit of a mixed bag really for Guildford, so we'll see how it goes. But obviously my home Grand Prix, not the teams or any of our drivers really, but obviously I want to try and do well for obvious reasons around Guildford at the British Grand Prix. But anyway, coming off the back of last race, Sainz claimed the brakes seem to be holding the team back. I wouldn't say that's completely true. I'm just going to say invest into HQ because that will affect our chairman. It won't affect Sainz or anything like that. I don't want to do that. But, I mean, I don't know. Let's look at the car. I mean, the brakes, yeah, the brakes are not amazing. They're not exactly where we need them to be. But, basically, last episode, it was kind of hard to gauge from the comments below what you guys think I should be doing. And honestly, if after that, in terms of the car and the development, I think I'm just going to try and save my money as much as I can now. We've done quite a bit. You know, we've got a risky rear wing. We've got a pretty damn good engine, decent enough gearbox. But the thing is, I don't want to leave myself nowhere for next year's car because I need to be able to spend a decent amount on next year's parts, basically. So I think I'm probably going to save, at least for now. I don't know, might do a last minute upgrade maybe in like 2-3 episodes time if you guys really think that will be maybe worthwhile. And if I'm looking at the outlook of the championship and it looks like we're gonna secure second place, then, you know, if I know I'm gonna get that prize money, then it might be worth to spend one bit of our income on one new part. But for now, I'll save the money, at least for this episode. We'll hold off. So we're gonna move on then. HQ gets built in 4 weeks time, so that won't happen this episode, but it will eventually in the next 2, I would imagine. 4 weeks. I mean, we'll probably go by 2 weeks, I would say, in this episode right now, going through the calendar. But apart from going to practice for the British Grand Prix, I don't think there's anything that's actually going to come up, because I don't think there's any political vote or anything like that. So it's just about going through these silly little F3 and F2 championships, which by the way still go on, obviously. And so I actually saw one interesting comment that McLaren are in danger of getting relegated from F1. How about that? McLaren could get relegated. That's quite a big deal, to be honest, because so far we've had all the traditional teams stay in F1. I mean, if I look down to F2, I don't know who went down. It was Manor that went down, but to be honest, obviously in the grand scheme of things, in the fantasy career mode, Manor were only there due to the fantasy aspect. So really, we have not lost a traditional F1 team yet that are on the actual grid right now for F1. Obviously, we have a separate Sauber entity to Alfa Romeo in this career mode, unlike real life where Sauber and Alfa Romeo are the same team. But apart from that, we've not lost a traditional outfit. So this could be the end of this season. Could be the first time we lose one of the traditional names, which will be McLaren. Obviously, we've got Toyota already in there, so that's a bit of a throwback. But that'd be rather interesting, because the team that could come back into F1 are Honda at the moment, because they're actually quite some way ahead of Porsche. So I don't know, unless Porsche bring their kind of game up, it could be Honda back into the sport as like an actual full-fledged team. Then we have 2 Japanese teams in F1, which would be quite a blast from the past. But anyway, we're going to move on then. Don't think there's anything actually to talk about, really. No votes or anything like that. Target is well above 5th place, well above. Actually, in hindsight, I should have asked way more money per race from my chairman, because I didn't really know what the performance would be. But here we go then, travelling to Guildford. We've got some pre-race gossip, but pretty much that is it. Medium speed corners. Apparently, Rosberg thinks we're lacking there. That's suspension, basically, isn't it? Suspension would be medium speed corners. Yeah, we're lacking, but not any more than the rear wing, Nico. So I'd kind of half disagree. Pre-race gossip. Apparently Ferrari are going to be good around here, and Toro Rosso want to pick up some points. We'll see about that. If Ferrari are pretty good, that'll be good for me if they can take some points off Merc. But in terms of the tyres, tyre weight's pretty high if it's not raining, we will want to use the medium tires. So unlike Germany, I'll take a fair few medium tires there. I'll take a whole load of softs as well. 7, so we can do some work and practice and quali as well, and have that flexibility. I'll go for 5 mediums, and I'll go for 3 soft tires, just in case. But I think with this... Actually, wait, hang on. What? The symbol changed. The predicted forecast here is different to here. Here, they've swapped round. It's now looking a bit more confirmed to rain in the race and a little bit less in quali. Anyway, either way, it means we're going to probably end up using mediums because we've always used the hardest tire around Guildford because the tire wear is so bloody high. For qualifying then, we might actually end up using these super softs if this indicator's changed, but I guess we'll just see. So, part fits wise, I think last time worked quite well. Obviously, we can't use this one, remember? It's risky, but I think last time it went quite well. Rosberg and Sainz were quite equally matched, actually. I think that I saw a few comments saying I screwed over Sainz a little bit in that race. I don't think so, personally. He just couldn't get past Bottas fast enough, really. I didn't want to push him and wear him out too much. I kind of gave him a disadvantage for pitting him 1 lap later. That's obviously, that's what happens in racing. You give the guy ahead, the guy who's in front, the first pit stop. That's just kind of how it's always gone in F1, and just when you race, it makes sense to give the first guy treatment for the pit stop. But in terms of their car, they've got a pretty equal car, so I'm going to keep that. That seemed pretty good in Germany. So let's go ahead and do practice. Alright, after the German Grand Prix, you can clearly see Sainz with a form of 9. Rosberg actually has the same form as Leclerc, but I'm going to give Leclerc another chance in practice. He grew well last practice. He actually did a fabulous job last practice at getting the setup nailed pretty well. So I'm going to put him in. Carlos can keep that 9 form for the race and for qualifying. I'm sure he won't get deteriorated too much with having Leclerc put in there. So going to trust the youngster once again for practice. Start them off on the medium tires because I'm just going to assume that that rain, that indication, that changed is probably going to mean we're going to end up needing the medium tires. I don't actually have a lot of sets of mediums. I'm going to have to run 1 this entire practice session, but in the race we should only need a maximum of maybe 2, I would say at least. But I think we're going to have to use them because that indicator, the way it changed, would suggest it's probably going to rain more in quali, and then it's not going to be enough to completely not use the medium tires. I think unlike Germany where we went 2 sets of the softest compound and then onto inters, I think this time round we'll probably have to go on mediums at some point, whether it's at the beginning or the end. I think there'll be a scenario where we have to do that, especially because obviously here around Guildford the tyre wear is so much more than it was at Germany. Germany was actually a very weird one. I didn't actually have to do that much management for the tyre wear. Like, the tyre wear was pretty damn consistent around Germany, and there's no surprise to me of it dropping off quite a lot, whereas around here it definitely is going to. But anyway, I want to see what Rosberg... Oh my god, what a guess. What a first-time guess on this setup there for Nico Rosberg. Okay. Well, Rosberg's job's done, 98%. You can just go out and get the knowledge. So, 12 laps done. Off you pop on your maroon red bike, and we'll just figure out what Leclerc's got. But okay, good stuff. Gonna try a little tweak there. Didn't change the aero way too much on Leclerc's car there, but did change the suspension levels. Obviously that's kind of very crucial around here, but hopefully he can nail it soon enough because he needs to do a good enough job, not just for him but for also Carlos Sainz. Obviously it's his car, he's gonna be racing, but obviously the better Leclerc job can I can't speak English at the moment. The better job Leclerc does, the better he'll grow, hopefully. I've kept him out there by mistake because I was looking at his car way too much, but I'm going to fast forward anyway. We'll get some knowledge anyway. We're already banging through level 1 of each on the tyre and the race trim there. No rain in sight, so I think it's going to be pretty useless for qualifying, but that might be a good thing. I don't know. So we went 1 step forward on the aero. Still a little bit iffy on the suspension, actually. 89%. We went a little bit backwards, apparently, even though we improved the downforce level. So I think we need to decrease the rear wing slightly, and then definitely decrease the handling, it looks like. I don't know. You may want it harder. You may want even more understeer. I'm not too sure. We could go the other way, and that might... I think it might be a case of we need to go the other way, maybe, if it went down in percentage. So let's see how that goes for him. Alright, he's coming through now. Let's see, please. Ooh, 2 greats and an excellent. So, little bit of tweaking. We could get there. 96%. That's good. Could be a little bit better. I'm not too sure. Maybe the aero just needs a tad even less downforce. Right, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that, and I'm going to put him on the 12-lap stint there. Oh, no, not 12. We're going to 8. 8-lap stint on those mediums, and go around there. Once we get to about about halfway through level 2 on each. I'm going to bring Rosberg in and get him going on the qualifying stuff because obviously being him, he's got really good knowledge. So I want to try and bump that up as fast as we can because it's quite a long lap here relative to other tracks we've gone to. So don't want to run out of time, especially if there's some random rain right at the end of this thing. You never know. Right, bring Rosberg in. We're going to get level 3 anyway, actually, so I'll bring them both in there. So perfect timing, actually, for Leclerc as well. And that's 2 excellents and a great. Fantastic. So both of them can go on to qualifying. So ignore what I said. Both of them on the super softs then. And both of them on the qualifying trim. So I love that look of the all purple there. Brings a nice vibe of joy when you see those 3 excellents. But there we go. Both of them can go out. And both of them can just off you pop. Get the other 2 purples. And we're all set for the weekend, really. Nice and relaxed. It's definitely been nice this season, not to have to stress and worry, definitely, throughout practice about this knowledge. You know, having a driver like Rosberg just flies through. And there we go. It's going to be all purple. 3 on the tyres, 3 on the qualifying trim, and 3 on the race trim. Bob's your uncle. It's time to move on towards quali, which may or may not be wet. I guess we'll see in the very next clip. And it is raining. Spits of rain there, so going to be intermediates. Let's see, though. Will it be increasing in rain or decreasing? Will there be a chance to slot in a set of slicks right at the end there? We'll see. For now, the game, for some reason, on default on slicks. That's not going to happen, game. Let's go super softs and quali. I mean, that's the only real actual meaningful perks we can have. But at the moment, we'll be straight on to inters. I don't know what the game's on. Some form of crack, clearly, because it's definitely not inters right now. So go on into definitely not slicks, I should say, right now. So let's go on. We'll go out for some laps for inters. We'll wait a little bit, but actually, you know what? Let's not wait a little bit because the rain's a little bit short right now, so it could start raining even more. So let's actually go. Ignore what I just said. Let's move out. Auto. As soon as they exit the pits, where is it? Auto. Go for a run there. And speed our way through because it's gonna steadily increase in rain as we go through. And it's both did good and overheated there on the tyres and brakes. Both have decent amount of space, I think. Rosberg has a lot more space. Sainz has his teammate in front of him, but you can see Rosberg is going fast enough that he's staying out of Sainz's way. And actually, Sainz is at the moment gone faster than Rosberg. Sainz the fastest sector in the first sector compared to Rosberg there. Rosberg with 2 greens, so that'll be surprising. Let's see. Could Sainz out-qualify Rosberg, even though Rosberg has the slightly smidge better car? Let's see. Rosberg across the line. Sainz across the line, and Sainz does beat him by 2.7 tenths. That is interesting. And the water is coming down. So let's speed back to the pits, please, guys. Let's get a lap in then on the dries before it starts to rain again. Track grip goes up for a little bit. It's going to start... Oh, my God. That's bad timing. It's going to start... Ooh. Right, I'm going to send Rosberg out quickly on Super Soft. So let's see if we can do this. This is going to be so close. I may as well send Sainz out as well. Send them both out. Oh, it's probably not going to work, but there's a bit of dry period here, so let's just go for it, and let's see if we can maybe capitalize on one dry sector being here. So they're both on perfect and overheated. I think Sainz was on good and overheated, but rain hits in the second sector, but they go faster in the first. They go white in the second. Nah, Sainz has lost time. Rosberg has gone fastest. Sainz has gone fastest, but now he's 7 tenths down. What's Rosberg on? He's 3 tenths down on the fastest. So Rosberg could gain. Sainz is 7 tenths down, which is slower than his current lap time, so he's not going to gain. Rosberg might have gained just enough, maybe. He's 3 tenths down, so it's going to start raining even more. So they're probably not going to go even faster on the next set of inters, so I'm going to let Rosberg finish his lap. Let's see. No. In the end, nothing. Probably a good idea then I brought Sainz in. I may as well send Sainz out. You never know. Let's send him out on the inters there. It's going to be inters weather. Right, send him out. We'll do it manually, you know what? Maybe the manual outlap might help him a little bit here. So let's see. He's already in second. This might be even better. And for Rosberg, I'll bring him in and I'll send him out as well. May as well. I said as well so many times there. I just realised. Whatever. Right, going to send Rosberg out on fresh inters. And meanwhile for Sainz, going to bring these tyre temps down. Let's shoot them down, please. Perfect for Carlos Sainz there on the outlap. So you never know. Fingers crossed. He could improve by quite some way on this lap now because he got perfect rather than good and overheated. So keep an eye on that on the corner. But for now, let's do Rosberg's outlap. He's got a bit more traffic than Sainz. So we'll see, but I'm curious if Sainz can go any faster. If he does, I mean, he's already second, so that would be bloody amazing. No, he goes 7/10 slower. So, not much of an improvement there. And Rosberg, I've stopped paying attention to him because I was looking at Sainz, so I'm probably going to overheat these tyres, unfortunately. Or not. Good and overheated for Rosberg. I may as well let him finish the lap. There's, it's not like I'm wasting tyres, really. Actually, technically, I might be doing for the race if it's all Inter's weather for the race, but probably not. So at the moment, I think Sainz looking good for second, actually, because no one's improving. So this might be an actual fantastic quali. Second and fourth, first row of the grid. This might be bloody fantastic. And Sainz is the one who's outqualified Rosberg. Good on him, man. The form from Germany, that better form. He was on 9 form rather than Rosberg on 6 form. That might have just really elevated him up there. Rosberg goes across the line, doesn't improve. There you go. Second and fourth for Carlos Sainz and Nico Rosberg. Fantastic, lads. Fantastic, especially Carlos. All right, here we go then for the race. We are on the dries right now. Don't know if there's going to be any rain to come. Unfortunately, they still have to wait a little bit until our forecast centre. That definitely is going to probably come in very, very good handiness. I can't speak English today for some reason. Just ignore me. Super softs and race trim. Oh, actually, hang on. This is interesting, because I would want to say mediums, because we got that knowledge, but, you know, it might just be another Germany-style race. Or would I just go aggressive like I did at Germany? I mean, that paid off quite a bit. You know what? Screw it. I like the vibe Germany had. Germany, we ran a really good race, and we're on that softest tyre for the entire time. Let's just do it. Let's put faith in the softest tyre once again. Setup-wise, don't think you need to do anything. Let's just have a look at the tyres. Okay, 9 to 11. Those go 18 to 20. Those go 13 to 15. Right. So, like Germany, we know if the rain isn't going to come down around lap 11, we would say, minimum, we should probably come in for an extra set of super soft tyres, because the undercut we'll gain will probably be positive for us, because instead of me trying to eke it out to lap 11 or lap 12 and getting to really the base point of the tyre wear, I'd rather pit for fresh super softs and just kept on banging in fastest laps. So, once again, like Germany, we're going to have to look at that, look at the indicator. You know, that lap 8 little line, if the rain's not coming around lap 8 on that line, then we come in again for super softs earlier, like we did in Germany. That's the plan there. So, that's what we know. That's what we're doing from the front row. Let's see. Can Carlos Sainz take the lead of the Grand Prix going to turn 1? That's the big question here. We line astern. Rosberg behind Carlos Sainz. Here we go on the first row of the grid for the British Grand Prix. 5 red lights. Carlos Sainz on the first row. And we're on the way. And Carlos Sainz gets a fantastic start ahead of Sebastian Vettel for the leads of the British Grand Prix. Bravissimo, Carlos. Bravissimo. Awesome stuff. Right, Rosberg, what are you saying? You're in 4th. You've not lost a position like last time. Let's see if you can gain some on Bottas and Vettel. For now, though, we're going to keep on all-out attack and the fuel. For Rosberg, I'll go to high. For Carlos, obviously, we know is very good at the fuel burn, so we'll let him attack on the engine. Keep on attacking the engine, but probably by the end of lap 1, I'll go to high on the tyre wear, because we know that's going to be the thing we need to monitor, definitely, quite a lot. And straight away, I don't know. I can't tell. By lap 8, it doesn't look like it might rain. Okay, let's go high. Is everyone else on high? Yeah, everyone else is on high. So let's go high for Rosberg as well. I'll keep on high on the fuel there, because Rosberg really can't fuel save for anything. Actually, you know what? We're in the lead at the moment, so we can go high there. And we'll go overtake on Rosberg for a little bit. Let's try and see if we can get past Bottas. Ooh, has a look down the inside there of the man. Remember, he had a battle with Bottas in the German Grand Prix as well last episode, so this might be another repeat. Come on, Rosberg. You've done it once before last race. You can do it again. Overtaking Bottas for 3rd place. You're used to that now. Meanwhile, Sainz still in the lead, and actually behind us, Bottas is the one fighting. He's actually attacking Vettel somewhat there. Those two are nearly side by side. Water on track, not going to happen. Looks like... Ooh, actually, hang on. Look at that. Look at that. A little bit of rain. A little bit of rain around lap 11, I think. Oh, that's tricky. That's tricky. Hold on. If that's a bit of rain... We need to start protecting our tyres straight away. If that's a bit of rain on lap 11, that's literally I said lap 11, didn't I? Pre-race. I said that's probably the maximum part. Like, that's the last lap I'd consider stretching it to. And I think that's going to happen. I think the rain's going to start falling then. So let's do it. Let's stretch the tyres. This time around, unlike Germany, I don't think it's going to be worthwhile pitting again. We need to stretch them because look, yeah, that's definitely the closer we get to that part of the race, the more and more that's looking like that's going to be some rain around lap 11. And if so, we need to protect these tyres. So we're both on neutral, both pushing the fuel because I can save that a little bit later, but I need to keep up the pace on the engine whilst maintaining the tyre wear because we're still fourth, we're still first, so we're in a bit of a, oh no, we're in a world of our own at the moment with Sainz keeping the 2-second lead. Rosberg is looking a little bit, Perez has closed up quite a bit there, so he's looking a bit vulnerable, not going to lie. So I'm going to have to watch out for that. Meanwhile, Bottas still unable to really make any headway into Vettel. Where on earth is Hamilton? Hamilton's down in 13th. Hamilton started on the medium tyres. Maybe him and his engineers knew something we didn't about the weather, but he's down in 13th place, the championship leader. Very weird, very strange. But anyway, back to the leads. Rosberg, yeah, looks about the same as same gap as he had to Bottas, although he does gain 2.7 tenths there. Sainz has gone marginally slower, so Sainz in the lead in clean air, pretty much keeping the pace there. That's what you want, consistency. First sector, look at that, consistency. He's doing a fantastic job, actually. He's taken that form from Germany, and he's running with it. Right, water, look at that, water on track. That's around lap 11. Right, we're going to have to conserve this. I'm going to start conserving with Sainz. He might fall back a little bit against Vettel, but I'd rather him do that and conserve the tyres. Same for Rosberg, to be honest. We need to start conserving these tyres because I need to stretch this. Right, lap number 7. We're on 41% worn, 46 for Rosberg. So at the moment, Sainz got a little bit worse tyre wear than Nico. Rain's definitely coming around lap 11. So I'm going to commit. I'm going to stretch it till then. But it's definitely going to be iffy. It's going to be on the line. I'm not sure what Vettel and Bottas do. I'm hoping they stick with us. If they pit early, there's that chance that my own strategy could pay off for the AI. But at the moment, I'm reading it, I'm looking at it, and I just don't think it's like Germany. It's a bit different here in terms of, like, obviously Germany. Well, of course it's different to Germany because Germany, the rain was right at the end. But what I mean is there's no point in us pitting right now. We need to stretch this to the inters. Vettel's going to pit. Oh, wait, that's interesting. Vettel's pitting. Is Bottas going to pit? Bottas is not going to pit. Oh, I don't know. Ferrari didn't have the best of strategies. Remember Germany, Vettel had a really crap strategy. That's the only reason we got third place at Germany, was due to Ferrari not having a great strategy. So I actually don't feel like following Vettel. Part of me wanted to say, let's follow Vettel in, but I don't think Ferrari definitely didn't show they had. They had pretty much the same strategy masterclasses they've been known to do in a kind of memey way in the past. Vettel's onto Inters, but it's not even raining at all at the moment, so I don't think he's... I don't know, let's watch the pace. So, Sainz did the last lap 1:16.4. Rosberg did 1:16.2. I'm going to watch like a hawkeye to see what Vettel's first lap is on Inters, to see what he's gaining here, because as soon as he starts to gain more than Sainz, then it's time to come in. But for now, let's just leave it. Let's watch Vettel on his lap. Obviously, this one's going to be a bit slower because he's obviously he's obviously just come out of the pits. But right, the tyre wear's not looking great. Not looking great at all. Let's go overtake mode on the engine though. Try and counteract this. Right, last lap was a 1:16.2. 1:16.5 for Rosberg. What is Vettel's time going to be? Crossed the line on lap 10. He did a 1:24.1. Is his lap going to be any faster this time around? Not too sure. Okay, it's getting damp. It's getting damp. Right. This is the time to push. This is the time to come in. It's starting to rain, so actually I don't even care about Vettel's lap time. We just come in, fast pit stop, onto a set of... Oh, boy. Do we go on to full wets? We could... Ooh, no. Okay, don't risk it. Don't risk it, Arav. Inters. And then we'll surely come out ahead of Vettel. Surely. Driver, estimated position 4th. 4th place is here. That's Perez. We know that's Gasly. That's Vettel. That's the man we're racing. That's Hamilton. Actually, Hamilton's ahead of Vettel now. But we'll come out hopefully in 4. Yeah, okay. No. Okay, I'm getting worried, but I think we should still be in the lead this Grand Prix. Inter's the way to go, then on to full wets. If we go into full wets now, it'll be way too much of a risk, I think. So, let's do that. Let's do that with Sainz. With Rosberg, it's interesting. We'll come in now as well. Let's push in. Let's overtake. There we go. Nice overtake there. Lovely overtake on the in-lap there by Rosberg. Let's go on Inters as well. Let's not risk it. Let's not. I had it for a second there. I was thinking, let's risk it with Rosberg since he's second. But no, let's go on to Inters as well. We'll go low fuel now. Low fuel as he comes in. Attacking. There we go. So Rosberg made an overtake there on the in-lap. And, oh, a little bit of a double stack there. And mistake on the pit stop. Damn it. Mistake on the pit stop. Mistake on the tyre there. So Rosberg did overtake Bottas in just before the pits. But Rosberg come back out behind Bottas, but just behind. So at least that's good. Hamilton is ahead, but he's on mediums. So that's good to know. So we're going to go medium. And we're going to go pushing because remember, we're going to come in on full wet soon enough. So may as well push the tyres. We don't need to worry about the tyre wear. But we'll go medium to save the fuel. Medium to save the fuel. We're going to go attacking with Rosberg. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Attack on both of them on the outlap there. Rosberg, I want to see. Can you please overtake Bottas? You're ahead of Vettel now, Rosberg. So he's made one overtake there, at least on Vettel. Let's try and get the second overtake re-overtaken. And let's try and get Bottas back if we can. Right, going to go neutral now on the pushing as the tyre temps are pretty much perfect. They're at the gauge of overheating to normal. Hamilton is still in second on mediums for some reason. Ricciardo's pit for full wets. I would say nearly the crossover period, nearly. Rosberg is going to overtake Hamilton. Rosberg is going to get Hamilton down the inside. There we go. Rosberg and Hamilton fight once more, but Hamilton on mediums for some bloody reason. But Rosberg's actually fallen back a little bit from Bottas. Okay, look, we've got Hartley, Alonso, these guys on full wets. Is it the full wet period right now? I don't know. No, not yet. I wouldn't say so. I mean, Ricciardo, what's his pace like? He's not going much faster, no. I think it's still good for Inters. I think we're still good for Inters. Let's stay out for both these cars. 19 laps remaining. Let's start pushing with Sainz though, because he's going to come in first. I don't want us to get hindered by the double stack again. So I need to try and make Sainz kind of almost speed up in a way to get him away to make that pit stop at the same time. All right, now it's definitely time for full wets now, I think. Yeah, full wet time, right. Full wets. Parkinson's fine. Fast pit stop. Come in now. Sainz. Speed up. Rosberg. Okay, you're good now. Now you can push in Rosberg. Pit in. Full wet. Parkinson's fine. Fast pit stop. Good stuff. Right, let's see. He's going to gain a bit on Bottas, I would say, on the in-lap. But again, the timing wasn't perfect for that first pit stop. Unlike last time in Germany, there was that split second where Rosberg got held due to Sainz's pit stop. Hopefully this time it's a bit better timed. There we go. Perfect timing there. Perfect timing. Right. Another mistake on Rosberg's pit stop. That's 2 mistakes in a row for Rosberg's pit stop and no mistakes for Carlos Sainz. That is a real kick in the teeth, that is. That's a real kick in the teeth. But it's not going to matter, maybe, because Bottas is on Inters. Bottas has continued on Inters. So it might not matter, actually, because I think me and Sainz... I keep saying me as if I'm driving as Sainz, because I'm too used to having Sainz from the career mode, from the Codemasters career. Sainz and Rosberg are both surely going to be the fastest guys on track. Rosberg's going to overtake Gasly here. Sainz has already overtaken Perez. Rosberg's down the inside of Gasly there. Sainz in free air. Rosberg has just overtaken Gasly. Yep, there we go. They should be the fastest cars on track, and they're saving fuel at the moment. So I think we should be able to get Bottas back. Hopefully. Here goes Sainz, closing up to Sebastian Vettel. Vettel peels in. Bottas is in. Sainz up into first place by a big margin now. 6, 7, 8 seconds. 9 seconds the gap to second place for Carlos Sainz. And second place is his teammate, Nico Rosberg, who's only just ahead of Bottas, though. So after all of that, Rosberg's only just ahead of Bottas. That's a bit of a piss take. Come on. Right, so we've got a bit of a pyramid here for the rain. So it's going to go back down all the way to full dries soon enough. So I think this time we do stay out on full wet and just go from straight to full wet to dry, I think. I think unlike before, I don't think it's correct to go on to Inters as like a middle stage or anything. I don't think we'll gain the time, maybe. Well, we might. Actually, the logic is we did Inters to full wets. Going backwards, we should find the same amount of time going full wets to Inters, and the drop-off's faster going down to Inters than it is going up to full wets here. So, actually, by that... yeah, ignore what I just said. We might actually want to go on to Inters again on, like, lap 22, maybe? 22, go on to Inters for just, like, 3 laps. And then go on to slicks on lap 26, I would say. Right, speeding through here. We're on lap 20. Nothing's really happening. Sainz just pushing on. He's attacking at the moment because we've got plenty of tyre temps to play with. Right about now, go to pushing. But he's got a lot of fuel. He's got plus 0.17. Carlos Sainz at the moment, with the fuel saving as well, he is in his element right now. Element. Rosberg, on the other hand, he's pulling away from Bottas, so that's good. And he's reeling in Sainz, slowly but surely. He went half a second faster on that last lap, so this might not be over. There might be a teammate battle in this thing, but look at this now. The sun's out, as you can clearly see. Is it time to go to Inters? I don't know. If Sainz was to pit right now, he would come out in third, which would be 2, 3, 4. He would come out just about there. But would he gain the time back? I don't think so. Like I said just before, logically you would think, because we gain time doing the whole staging up from slicks to Inters to full wets, it would work the same way round, the other way. Full wets, Inters, slicks. But because it's coming out so fast, the sun, I think we just need to jump straight down to slicks. And in that case now, might be the crossover period almost. Sainz is passed. I think now's the time to really start pushing maybe. Go overtake mode on the engine. I think next lap might be the switchover period for slicks. Yeah, definitely time to come in. Definitely time. Right, how many laps we got left? 22. Got 10 laps left of this Grand Prix. Super softs. Might just go the distance, but don't know. Don't know. They only went... How long did we go on those? I think we only went 9 on the first stint, I'm pretty sure. What do we do? Wait, one sec. Pause. Where's the data center? Data center, here we go. What do we do? Just Carlos Sainz. What did we do? When did we pit? We pit on lap 14. That was the first one. When was the first pit stop? We came in lap 10. Alright, we went 10 laps on those super softs, and they just about made it. You know what? Risk it. Risk it. We're going all aggressive here. Risking it. We're going on the super softs. Everyone else is going on soft tires. We're going to go super softs here. We've got the 15% percentage of performance as well on them, so may as well. Sainz going to come in. Rosberg also come in. Another double stack here for these two. Rosberg has even better tyre weather than Sainz, remember, so Rosberg might not be even a question. Rosberg, we should definitely go on super softs, but for Sainz, it's going to be a little bit iffy, but let's see. Hamilton might gain quite a bit here going so early on soft tyres, but hopefully not. Right, good. Going to be a double stack without any holding up. Please don't make a mistake. Please, yes, no mistake there for both of them. Good stuff. Right, attacking on the exit. Medium. Where is Hamilton? Where is Lewis Hamilton? He's not ahead of us. We're second. It's still 1-2. It's still 1-2. Thank God. Right, going to go medium. Keep it calm out front. We'll push a little bit with Rosberg right now because he can afford to, because he's got that better tyre wear. But not going to push it too much. Right, engine's looking a little bit worn on Carlos Sainz, 42%. So even though he's going to save so much fuel, I'm not going to put it up into high or overtake mode too much, which will be annoying because it's going to lose Sainz some time, theoretical time he could be gaining. But I don't want that engine getting iffy towards the end. Rosberg's engine in a lot better nick, 56%. So I'm going to leave Sainz to his own devices. I can easily check the gap between Rosberg and Sainz here on the top left. I need to monitor the gap from Sainz to Bottas here. That's the real fight now, because I think we could have a 1-2 on our hands here if Rosberg stays ahead of Bottas. I think, knock on wood, Sainz has first place booked in, as long as he doesn't bottle it and crash out this Grand Prix. Right, 7 laps remaining. Got both of them on conserve and high. Engine 33. Right, I need to go medium on Sainz. I would love to have equal opportunity for Rosberg and Sainz right now and have Sainz use his more fuel. But that engine has gone down so fast. 33%. I need to keep him on medium right now. Rosberg is going to catch Sainz. But Sainz has done such a fantastic job here. I think I'm going to, on purpose, try and slow Rosberg down if I can to keep Sainz in the lead, because it's not fair on Sainz. He's done such a great job just for his engine, for me not letting him put in higher engine mode. He's going to lose first place. That's not correct. That might be a bit too much meddling in the race, but I'm already meddling by not letting him go on a higher engine mode. So I think we're going to eventually slow Rosberg down. That might just be right now, going on medium with him, because Sainz has deserved this race win. He's been better than Rosberg the entire weekend, out-qualified him, has outpaced him the entire race. He's been ahead of Rosberg the entire race. But Rosberg, fair play to him, he's done a great job as the second gunner today to get second, because remember, Rosberg had to do a more difficult job. Rosberg had to overtake Bottas and Vettel. Sainz just did the job into turn 1 and lap 1, and then he just had to keep first the entire time. So Rosberg's also had his fair share of, you know, good stuff to pat him on the back for this race, but in terms of the race win, Sainz deserves it this time around. And remember, Carlos Sainz was the man who won the Australian Grand Prix in the career mode save that corrupted, the one I had to give up. We did not win the Australian Grand Prix in this career mode save because it's an alternative save that I had to remake. And in the redo, Carlos Sainz did not win. Carlos Sainz did win the one that we did see on screen. So it's only fair that Sainz is the one to retake the one win we've got this season, in my opinion. I hope that makes sense. Engine sounding a bit unhealthy to me. Take a look at it. Ignore 28% on the engine. Even the suspension's a little bit worn, 47. Rosberg, engine's also looking bad for him, 46. Suspension, 47. Bottas is 4 seconds behind with more worn tyres. You can see tyre weight for Bottas is 28. Rosberg, 42. Tyre wear is a bliss right now for Nico Rosberg. Carlos Sainz, 36% worn. But 2 laps remaining. I really don't want to jinx this, but I think we've got this in the bag. I think we've got a 1-2 here. Worn tyres for Carlos Sainz, he's saying. Let's calm it down, calm it down, calm it down. Final lap of the Grand Prix. Rosberg 1.9, or just about 2 seconds behind Sainz. He's closed that gap up the entire stint, but he's extended the gap to Bottas, who's really starting to struggle now. Bottas may just have a last-minute overtake by Sebastian Vettel, chasing him on much fresher, or not much fresher, but fresher soft tyres there. So that might be a last lap overtake between Bottas and Vettel. Rosberg now the gap is 1.8, but Sainz trudges on with 28% worn. Come on, lads, come on. This could be great. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. To the last lap, here we go. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be first place for Carlos Sainz and Rosberg second. It's a 1-2 for Alfa Romeo. What a win. Our first win in this career mode. Obviously, we had the win at Australia. That was brutally taken away from us from the game glitching out. So this is the first legit win that we get to keep. Absolutely fantastic job. Bravissimo, lads. Bravissimo. What a great drive. What a great drive. Forza Alfa Romeo. Wonderful. Wonderful. 1-2. They'll be loving that back in Italy. Bravo, Chile. Bravo. Awesome stuff. Great win there, mate. Great win. And Rosberg, good job. Good job, son. Second place. Oh, that's awesome. That was better than the Australia result we had to throw away, because we didn't get a 1-2 there, but he threw away the 1-2 because of the weather and the tyre of Ricciardo back then. But we've done the job here. 1-2. Awesome. Nailed it. Knew. As soon as there's some rain, a little bit of home luck for me, Guildford, the British Grand Prix, we'll bring it home. Fabulous. Fabulous. Gold and silver trophy there. Vettel finished up the podium. We're up to 3rd place now. We're better the rest with Nico Rosberg. Sainz moves up into 6th place there. And remember, Leclerc was in the practice session, so Leclerc, also props to him, helped. Leclerc actually has to, we have to thank him a lot. He was the one who got the setup for the winning race car today. He was on Carlos Sainz's race car, and he did the job in practice to get him that setup. So good on to Charles Leclerc as well. But there we go. Remaining in second, 141 points for Red Bull, 208 for Alfa Romeo. We're only the second team to break into 200 right now. Right now, everything is looking rather rosy. Rather rosy, I would say. So guys, be sure to absolutely smash that like button for our very first legit race win that we can actually keep for Alfa Romeo in this career mode. I know we did it already in Australia, but this one we're actually keeping now. So be sure to bloody well smash the like button there for that. Absolutely awesome. Trait gone. We got a rival with Valtteri Bottas. How about that? Rosberg's got a rivalry with Valtteri Bottas. Fair enough, fair enough. Morale goes up. Leclerc improves there a little bit. It's good stuff. Money in the bank. Big, big thumbs up. I can't ask for much more in that episode. So, guys, once again, if you did enjoy that, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're on your own tier, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.